things take time in life, and that's perfectly okay. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make is taking irrational decisions under pressure. We should not be taking irrational decisions under pressure. And that's where, if you are taking irrational decisions under pressure, that means your ability to manage stress is not where it should be. Great leaders do not operate that way. They follow a simple 5 steps model to success. First of all, they would plan with a lot of clarity. They know exactly what they're planning and why they're planning that, and they would have a very clear goal and purpose in mind. So they know the end results. That's the most important thing. That's number one. Number two is they would execute their decision with a lot of focus. Once they have a plan in place, they would focus on the execution once they've started. So if the plan is to accomplish something and it requires them to work for a certain period of time and take certain steps, they would be focused to accomplish those shorter parts of the final goal. The third important aspect is great leaders review honestly. When they start working on their dream goal or their purpose, every time they review, they don't review after the accomplishment or the success. So that there are two types of reviews, right? One is that you review after you have failed or you have succeeded. Another greater, better style is to review as you are moving on to your purpose, as you're working on your purpose. So if it is a 1-year plan, you are reviewing that every week, and sometimes you are reviewing that every day. The advantage of reviewing your goal during execution process is that you are able to make certain changes, and that would bring you better, greater results towards the end. So that's number 3. Number 4 is they refine their goals and processes on the go, on insights that they get. So if they work, let me give you an example. You've set a goal for 1 year and things outside change within 6 months of time. The market scenario change. When we don't accept that things take time, we rush. That's one of the mistakes that a lot of people do, because they feel that they have a goal in mind, they have a dream in mind, and they don't have patience. Because in mind, you can think faster about the end outcomes, but when it comes to accomplishing those outcomes, things are not that easy. We make choices that probably don't match our long-term goals, but when we follow a structured path, patience become our strength. So see, the perspective changes. Sometimes the patience becomes tough, while if you are a positive leader, you will consider patience as one of the components of success. And let me tell you why it is important, because it gives you a lot of clarity and it improves your decision-making capability. You can think better when you slow down things. Pressure becomes manageable. Sometimes when you have pressure, it does not devastate you. It does not make you feel stressed, because you are using patience as a tool. So you stop making emotional and impulsive choices. Growth becomes sustainable because you are patiently working towards your goal. So the long-term success definitely needs thoughtful steps, not the shortcuts. Shortcuts can give you a quick success, but then in the long term, it might be a problem. So you have to judge things from both the angles, the long term and the short term. When leaders accept the pace of progress, their teams feel safer, because you're not pressurizing your team. You're not forcing your team. You understand and you're able to resonate both with your goals and with your team. You feel more confident and more aligned when you are not clear about your goals and you're not systematically following it. It will become very chaotic. So it can help you in three ways. First, a better team morale. People feel less fearful and more focused on the goal. Second is it can give you higher quality outcomes. And number three is it can reflect a very strong leadership presence. You are calm under pressure, which then builds trust in the team. That's also important. So the next question is, how can we develop patience? What are some of the three ways we could build patience when we are working on a goal? Patience is not waiting. Patience is managing your mind while you are waiting. That's the thing. It's a staying steady, staying clear, and staying committed. That's what is more important. And in other words, you can say the perseverance is also part of this. So three ways I think you can build patience is understand the larger goal and understand the smaller goals within the goal. In a way, you can break down goals into smaller wins and celebrate process and progress, not just the outcome. Number one. Number two is pause before any decision. If you're taking a decision, hold, take your time, take few seconds, take, maybe depending on the situation, you could wait for an hour or a day or a couple of days, depending on what your context is. But even if you have to take a quick decision and that idea comes to your mind that you now want to take that decision, just hold on to that. Think for a few seconds. You would find that your idea will get refined and you will have a better decision. Anything that we think, when we think about that for the second time, it improves the quality. Third time, it improves the quality further. The fourth time and the fifth time, it improves. I don't mean to say that you keep thinking about it, but at least if you hold, you will take better decisions. Number three is review your progress. That's very important. Periodically, maybe weekly or daily or monthly, whatever. This would help you. This will help your brain to see improvement over the time. So your brain will get trained as you move forward and review your progress. Your brain will further process that information, and it will give you the message that you are doing well. Things take time, and that's not a weakness. Sometimes we feel that, it's not happening. It's just not happening. It's going to ruin me. It's going to upset things, and it's going to eventually cause you. Remember, the first thing I talked about was you should have a very strong and clear plan with you. That's very important. And number two, we talked about why it is important to execute with focus. And then number three, how you periodically review your progress very, very honestly. And then you refine your plans based on the insights that you gather, and then move forward with the next goals. So once you review, you'll get insights. Once you have insights, you set the next goal. And this is a continuous process. You meet success, you celebrate success, you achieve success, and then towards the end, you again review what could have gone better to achieve more success, and then you set the next goal. So success has to be a continuous process. You could have a long-term goals in your life to continuously rewire and reset your goals, because the larger goal is a long-term goal, and that's how you accomplish. So I hope this short podcast was helpful to you to understand how patience is very important for success and to achieve your goal. Thank you so much for joining me on this podcast.